Easier for me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. My name is IJ.
Hi, I'm Uchenna.
And I'm Dior.
And we're going to get right into it, you guys. We're going to talk about Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 6, The Marriage from Hell. It's day 5.
Yes.
And it's just like, should we divorce or not? I mean, you've been married,
yes, divorce right now.
For 5 days. What are you trying to hold on to?
Well, I guess you're talking about Chris and
Yes.
Alyssa. Oh my gosh. I was so mad at Alyssa. I wanted to smack her down. I was like so upset. She's a horrible person.
All she cared about was how she looked. She didn't want to look like a bad person. Girl, too late.
Yeah. And if you have to say, I'm a nice person, that means you're not a nice person. And we can all see it. Yeah.
So let's step back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Did you hear when Chris said, I guess she wasn't willing to do anything with me, or Pastor Cal said, she's not willing to do anything with Chris. Everything he invites her to, she turns it down. Doesn't want to be around him, talk to him unless the cameras are rolling.
Well, he didn't say that part.
He says unless they're on camera. That's what Chris says. Unless they're on camera. That's
right.
But improvising. But so they had to set up a little event for just him and her to go to it.
Right.
Yeah, she looked miserable. She
Who plays tennis in their bare feet?
Well, even in flip-flops, which is worse.
Yeah.
But one thing I have to say is Chris should not tuck in the front of his shirts. He should tuck them in. So they have belly. They have these great shirts. I've never seen it, but I've heard like tons of advertising called Untuck It, which are supposed to be the perfect fitting shirt that you don't have to tuck. It hides belly, it hides whatever. He should get those because no, it doesn't look good.
Well, so they play tennis and it looks like she's like a kid that's sulking while they're playing tennis. And he's being nice and hitting her easy balls instead of just slamming them balls at her, Right. And so the minute that she says, oh, she's okay, he feels like, oh, she needs a break. So they stop and they go sit on the bench to talk. Did you see her? She was sitting on the very edge of that red bench, not wanting to be close to him.
Did you hear when she was telling the producers, look at how he's moving his hands. Look at his hand gestures.
He is disgusted by
even
him.
That's aggressive. And he was just pointing to something in the sky or like clapping his hands together. It's like, girl, bye.
No, you know what it is? You know how sometimes just being in the presence of somebody irritates you because you dislike them so much? That's what it's like for her. If he breathes, my God, why do you have to breathe so hard? She just hates him because she thinks that
she said that. She literally said, I hate him.
I know.
I
don't, you know what gets
me?
She
doesn't think she's on camera when she's doing all this. I think
she sees it, but she knows, but she's like, I don't know. She forgets.
I think she doesn't know because she's off in the corner talking to the
She's talking to the producers. Yeah,
so
I don't think she realizes.
If she turns around, she'll see the camera on her.
And then, did you see at some shots, I thought she was pregnant.
Yeah. She's like, she has that skinny girl belly.
Yeah. She has a skinny girl body where she needs to lift weights.
Yeah, she needs to tone. She needs
she'll never be invited on this show, that's for sure.
Yes, we will. We will have her. We will roast her. The thing that really pissed me off the most about her was that when Chris asked, okay, like at the tennis thing, what is our next step going to be? Usually it's to move in together. And so where do you see? And she was basically like, I don't want to move in with you. And he was like, well, I want to move in together. And she was like, but I think we should be living separately. And he was like, well, I'm moving in. I think you have a hard decision to make. That set her off.
So
she wanted him not to live in the apartment and for her to live in the apartment. And when he didn't say that, she was calling him all sorts.
Okay, you're hawking it up, Uchenna. I've got to say something.
If you're not gonna move in with your husband, Why are either of you living in the apartment? Just
Right.
divorce.
No,
And
because
she
we're going to
just
hang
thinks
out with our friends.
Yes. This is not a show about friendship.
Thank God for that producer, because he was like, this is not single at first sight. This is married at first sight. So if you don't want to be married to him, then there's no need to continue. And then she's like,
I think that she's delusional. She gaslights Chris constantly. And she is delusional. Chris is the one that's mean. Chris is the one that's cruel. She does everything right, and he's treating her wrong, and life's not fair. You know, she's tried so hard, and he's not even trying. He's making her look bad. He talked to her family, and it's not fair that her family, her mom and her friends are going to see her in this light.
And that her mom is yelling at her for not being nice to him.
You know? In the end, what she should have done was said, I'm not attracted to you, Chris, so let's just be friends. That's I mean, that's what he needs to hear. And then move on from it.
Well, she won't do that. So at the dinner, oh my gosh, he is really willing to open himself up, because, and Olajuwon hit it. I am liking Olajuwon more and more.
I'm liking Olajuwon and Jazz and not Jasmina.
Katina
and Katina.
Yeah, they're both
intelligent. I take it back. I thought they were immature. They're not.
No, Olajuwon broke it down when he was talking about Chris at the dinner. He poured his heart out to her in front of everyone, embarrassing himself, even though I didn't feel like he was embarrassing himself, but I think other men would feel like that because he was so raw. And and she couldn't receive any of it because she was so stuck on her, you know? And I thought for sure he was gonna break up with her, but he's too much of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it, but
his sister told him, let it go. Let it go.
She's not gonna be the one that says she wants a divorce because she doesn't want to be the bad person.
Oh, no, that's not. She doesn't want to be off the show.
Yeah.
She wants to be off the show. She wants to be on the show.
She knows the minute that she says, I'm 100% out, Chris is going to be out. And then she won't be able to be on the show anymore. So she's going to string him along, never giving him an answer until he gets fed up, just so that she can stay on the show.
What does she think she's going to do on the show without a husband?
She wants to experience, and I think she wants a little bit of fame.
What experience is she getting?
I don't know. The experience of having friends that aren't really even your friends. I thought it was so good. Jasmina hit it on the dot when Alyssa sat down with Jasmina and Katina. And Katina, they were just looking at her like, girl. And then she said, and she goes, no, and I've tried so hard, and I mean, you can only do so much before, and Katina's like, well, you can't really listen to his friends. Exactly what you guys were saying before. You can't listen to his friends. You just got to take it in, put it in the back of your head, see where things go, and, go from there. You can't judge him just on what his friends and family are saying. And she never told.
That, oh, wait, 1 second. When she said that, I was thinking, what is Jasmina thinking? Because she did the same thing to Michael.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And so then of course, Alyssa tried to talk some more BS bullshit that nobody was trying to hear. And then Katina said, I think you're not attracted to him.
Jasmina said it.
Was it Jasmina that said that?
Yeah.
Jasmina said, okay, you're just not attracted to him. Tell him, let him know. And that's true. How does he think she's still attracted to him? I don't get it.
I think he knows it. You have to know it.
No, he's just like, I don't know.
Because he said she never said either way that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he's in denial, right?
Yeah. He's just as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as she is.
No, he's not cuckoo. He really wants this to work. And I think he's the type of person. No. I think he's the type of person that's like, I said I was going to do this, so I'm going to give my 100%. And he's attracted to her for some strange reason. Every time I look at her, she looks more and more like a duck. But for some reason.
So bad. This whole day, that's all I thought. Like, With a double chin.
So-
I'm a good person. I was just like,
Right.
ugh.
And he really wants this to work. He wants to be in a relationship with her because he keeps on saying, we're good on paper. She's exactly what I'm looking for. And I think I'm exactly what she needs. And she does need him, but she's just not ready for
I
him.
have a question for you guys. Okay. I could see if he wasn't, I'm in a 24-year marriage.
Mhm.
I could see if things started to go sour, us trying to work it out and giving it our all, going through some issues and, trying to work through it. This is a 5-day marriage. Fifth day that you've ever met this person, had this person in your life. Let it go. You're not that in love. Not that he's in love, but you're not that committed. My God.
And she never gave him any kind of chance at all. Like
None.
she can't even hold a conversation with him.
No.
I mean, she hates him. She literally said she hates him. So, I mean.
And why? Why does she hate him? Because he doesn't look like a Greek god? Like, give me a break.
She hates him because she knows that she's coming off bad, and it's because of him playing Mr. Nice Guy and her having to be the bad guy. And she hates him for that. That's why she hates him. So
the fact that she got mad at him because he wanted to live in the apartment. I guess she's making it seem like he told her she couldn't be in the apartment. No, girl, you're choosing. He said, I'm going to be there. You can come if you want to.
Right.
But she's just making it seem like he kicked her out of the apartment and said that she couldn't go.
And then when she made that suggestion that like, you can stay for the first half of the show and then I'll stay for the second half of the show. I was like, what?
I was
you can be off by yourself for a whole month and you want to still come back to have your experience.
Yeah, I was so proud of Chris when he said what he said. He was like, this doesn't work for me. I'm either all in or all out. And so I thought he was going to say, I'm out. But of course he did.
I was waiting for that so that she can't, I wanted them to say, you know what, Chris, you're right. You're out. We're going to get you somebody new. Get out. But let me ask you guys this. If Chris would have had not her as a partner, but somebody that was overweight and not as pretty, how would Chris been? Would he have been sexually attracted to her? Would he want to lay down with her? What?
I don't think he would have treated her the way Alyssa's treating him. I mean, I think that's a risk for everyone to not be attracted to their partner. And we've seen it before, but I mean, just saying that you hate someone just because their looks aren't in line with what you like that's terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
I know. So let's move on to the next couple. Let's move on over to Lindsay and Mark, because I was so proud of Lindsay when they were at the table with the dinner with all the friends, and Alyssa got on her about, it's not funny or whatever, that look on your face. And Lindsay just was silent and just looked off somewhere else. I was like, my mouth would have been going off.
I know, that would have been hard for me to keep silent. I'm like, so kudos for her.
I know. But
Mark is rubbing off on her.
Right. Yeah. Or she wants to keep Mark happy because she's in love.
Yeah, that's exactly. So what do you think about Mark's quick, 180 turn? Like, he was saying no intimacy to them waking up in bed and she's like laying on his chest and they're like, tight as thieves. So what do you think happened?
I think
they showed that they had a conversation. I don't think that conversation that they showed necessarily resolved anything.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how they were able to have a complete about face.
Right. But I think that Mark and Lindsay are able to communicate clearly with each other, and they're not ones to hold grudges. And like Jasmina, once they argue, they talk about it, because we didn't see what they talked about off camera. They talk about it and they move on. And I think that's a great way to start a relationship. You had a major issue, major misunderstandings, and then you moved on from it. He saw how wrong he was. she saw that she needed to control her emotions and so forth, and you just move
And her
on from it.
drinking.
And her drinking.
Or he was really happy to be getting some sex. We'll see how long it lasts. So.
Yeah. I think
But
you
he
know,
still
he's
seems a little
apprehensive.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah. Mhm.
I've never done a couples massage. So I
Mhm.
thought that was nice that they went for a couples massage. But then I was just like, bed bugs.
But he's not even there. So how did he get bed bugs?
I don't know. And then
Did
the
he have it
land,
before he left?
I have no idea.
wait, so what's up with the whole landlord situation?
And
Because
who's
he doesn't
calling
live with
him?
his mother. Yeah, I was
I think it
confused.
was that lady at the wedding that he spoke with. Because didn't he call her his mother? His like make-believe mother? Wasn't, and she, remember that lady in the flower
Yeah, I
pot?
remember. I didn't know
And I
he
think
was
that
calling
was his
4
landlord.
to 5 times a day,
Oh.
You think she's
constantly.
jealous?
Do you think there was more
So
to their relationship?
I think
His
so.
mother is someone else, though. He has
Yeah,
a
his
mother.
mother.
Yeah.
She
This
doesn't
is
leave
like
the
his
house,
mother.
right? Okay.
Yeah, I
I-
think that maybe there was more. Say what?
I missed that. I didn't see that lady at the wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She looked like
Yeah.
his mother.
Yeah, but somebody calling you 4 to 5 times a day when you're on your honeymoon, I thought that was really weird.
And then she sends him that lease that doesn't allow them to have cats. So she wants him gone. So I think they had like some type of more than friends relationship, and she's super
That's what I
jealous.
was feeling. But maybe she thought as a landlord, I don't want 5 cats in an apartment. And maybe, but you know what? You don't even know where they're going to move. Why can't you wait till he gets back there? Then you guys discuss it, and find out what
Wants to
their
get
friends
mad.
are. What?
Wants to upset him and ruin his honeymoon. That's why
She
she
sure
did that.
does. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Lindsay said, don't worry. I got you, babe. I got you. Okay.
Mhm.
What we're going to do is when we get back, we're going to disinfect that place, get rid of the bed bugs before you move your stuff.
I'm not going in there. You're gonna do that.
No, they're going to hire somebody to go there, clean the stuff up. He's only going to take the stuff that he really wants, probably trash the rest of the stuff, and bring him back to her place.
What if the landlord put the bed bugs in there?
I think she did. She probably got them online and then sprayed them in his bed.
Can you do that? Can you get bed bugs online?
I have no idea. I'm sure.
I
you
didn't see
can.
why you couldn't. Yeah, you probably
Yeah. Yeah. That was so weird when she was calling. And then he was picking up the phone every time. Like, why?
could.
Picking that phone up if you don't put that.
Blackmail.
Yeah. Mark, if you've done something, you need to let Lindsay know now.
I'm clean.
Come clean. Because if I was Lindsay, I'd been like, why? It's day 2 and she's still calling you. Why is she? The minute he left his phone, I picked that thing up. Why are you calling Mark? This is Lindsay. What's going on here? Because she doesn't know him well enough yet to completely trust him.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I liked also that Mark and Lindsay went to dinner with Chris.
Yeah, he
And
needed that
talked to
support.
him. He needed that support. Yeah. But no, I like their relationship so far.
Yeah,
I
right.
do.
She seems to have taken it down 10 notches and is acting like a human being.
Right. She's like a non-crazy human being.
Right.
Okay, and then let's go to a couple that they hardly show because it's the boringest couple I ever done seen.
I like them though, but they are boring.
Mina and Michael.
Oh, them. I was thinking about Steve and Noy.
They're boring too, but Mina and Michael are just worse. It's just like
She's so difficult. She's difficult, right?
Right, her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
She's like a bougie bitch, right? She seems like she's a little bougie, or no?
It's like somebody told her she's beautiful. So she acts like a spoiled brat. And it's like she's one of these, there's no way that she's ever going to have a lasting relationship with anybody. There's no way. The slightest thing pisses her off, and then she carries it like a backpack everywhere she goes. Every time something starts to go right, let me open up that backpack and let that bullshit come out a little bit to make the situation go bad, you know?
Right.
Like he's like,
Right.
let's write our name on the rock. Instead of like, oh my God, yeah. I don't think that's really gonna work. And I was just like, so who now has the half full cup? Who's now
Right.
Nancy?
Yeah.
That is
And even if you think it's corny as hell, just let him do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, that's cute. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's just like, come on, give a little.
I know. Even when she was laying on the beach with Katina and Alyssa the bitch, she still looked bored.
Remember how we said that she has like a sad, she seems sad all the time. I think that's
rested bitch face.
yeah. And she just seems like she's sad and a little like depressed. That's just her.
I think when she was with Alyssa and Katina, I think she was just in her head calling Alyssa's bullshit.
Right.
When she didn't say it out loud, she was just like, I don't know. We got that.
I don't know if their marriage is going to work out, you guys.
I think he definitely wants it to work out. And he was trying, he told that sad story about him getting bullied. And she didn't even really react, right?
She's no empathy. She's so no empathy whatsoever for other people.
Yeah, he was like, can I get a I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
And I was saying, he said, can I get a hug? And she's just like,
I mean, I think the tiny bit of effort that she's putting in gives me a little hope. I think I think she just needs to see herself in the mirror. So I think once the experts come in, then I think they have a little bit of a chance. You know, when she starts to see what she's doing and how she's not opening up to him, how she's not letting him in really. And if she really wants this, I think they have a chance. It's not like Alyssa and Chris where it's just hopeless.
I wonder if they're still attracted to each other.
I mean, it was going so well until the honeymoon, right? And that's only 2 days, but those 2 days were really good. And then they had that little thing where he said something like a little bit negative, and then she keeps bringing it up over and over. It's just ugly. And then she said, you know, her favorite, it's like they're exact opposite. Olajuwon and Katina are one couple. They're totally opposite of Jasmina and Michael. You know, I'd rather go out with Katina and Olajuwon. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all they get because they're not worthy of us talking about them, really. So, I guess Noi and Steve.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute today, them being in the water, her trusting him to lay flat in the nasty.
I know, algae-filled water.
Because it was taking her forever to lay her head back. I'm like, girl, do you not know what putting your ears in the water means? She's just like, how?
And plus that water was ice cold. I thought that he was being unfair. Like, if you're gonna teach me how to float, teach me how to float in a pool, not in a waterfall with all algae and grossness flowing everywhere. I wouldn't have went in either. I mean, I'm adventurous.
And she said it was cold. I'd have been like, and would have turned my ass around and started walking right back to the hotel.
I can understand her not wanting to go in just because it looks so dirty. And he just has to, I think both him and Olajuwon have to realize that not everyone is super adventurous. So you have to give and take. Like, if she's willing to go there with you, let her sit on the rock and you go in the water. You know, don't force her into the water and then try to teach her how to float.
Well, we don't have that issue because none of our men is going to ask a Black woman to go into any type of water.
Right. Without a cap. I will take my shower cap. I told you when we went on vacation, I took that big purple shower cap that you gave me when I had the braids, and I put it on the boats, jumped in the water, and went snorkeling with everyone staring at me. My boys are so used to it. So yeah. This is not going to get wet. No, honey. No, even though it is natural.
But anyway, the fish saved her. I don't know what kind of fish was biting him. Like that's
I would
crazy.
have screamed and jumped out of that water so fast.
Like, is it a piranha? Like, what kind of fish is biting you?
And it kept on biting him. It's not like they nibbled and went away. They
Yeah.
kept on biting his toes.
I know. I was just like, and you still in the water? And I was like, if I would try, I let the fish, if he was carrying me and the fish bit him, I'm thinking that fish is gonna float up and bite me.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm
Right.
out. But she's so skinny too.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
no chest, skinny.
None of them do,
Yeah.
except for Lindsay. I was noticing, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
So
Lindsay
this
has enough
is how
chest
the
for all of
world
them.
looks without, breast implants. This is
Right,
how real people
beautiful.
look.
Beautiful women.
Yeah.
Loving your body.
Mhm, mhm.
And Lindsay likes to walk around. Sometimes I'm like, are you wearing a bra, Lindsay? What are you doing?
Especially in that orange vest. Sleeveless top. I thought it was
Top.
cute, but,
It was
but her
cute.
boobs were all the way down. Yeah.
I was just like, Lindsay, you're wearing a bra. Because if you're not, just put one on there.
Right. So Steve and Noi are really cute, and I think they have a real chance. He needs to get over like living the life of adventure. He's almost damn near 40 years old.
I know.
Like,
Come on.
it's time to settle down and get serious with real life.
I know, because I'm not trying to work while you're running around at Appalachian Mountain somewhere doing some bullshit. No,
Campy. No.
no. And you know what? Tell you what, go get you a job, take your 2 weeks vacation and go camping somewhere if you want to. Then come back home, go back to your job.
Right. Yeah.
Jeez. Matter of fact, break it up to, you got the weekends. Take a Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. You can do that every other month for I don't know how long. Stop the nonsense of not working. You're not too good to work. Can't stand those type of people.
Yeah.
So I guess the last couple is Jasmina and it's Katina and Olajuwon. Yeah.
They are the couple to be. Like,
I know.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. They woke up in the bed together. She still looked beautiful. She must woke up really quick. Told the camera people, "What time you guys gonna be here?" All right, 30 minutes before they got there. Put natural looking makeup on, comb my weave, my wig. And then I wonder, like, when your man is looking at you and he sees the net from the wig, do you think nowadays Black men are just accepting of it?
Oh yeah, they know what the deal is.
Yeah, and so it's just like, it is what it is. This is what it's gonna be.
Right.
And there's no fear of what's underneath there.
He'll see it eventually, right?
Yeah.
So Olajuwon doesn't give y'all any red flags?
No, he does. My God. Yeah.
Why? I want you to tell me why. Like, if you didn't know his past, you wouldn't be.
This is nothing about his past. This is about
it's
how
just the
hard
way
he goes.
to her. No, I'm talking about the way he talks to her. Even just like, because, okay, so like we just said, Steve and Noi were in the same situation kind of that Olajuwon and Katina were in. Right. Like, the wives were both a little afraid to do something, but Steve was at least a little gentle, coaching her. Olajuwon was just like,
come on.
I'm not gonna, what did he say? And this rubbed me the wrong way. He said, I'm not gonna have you doing something that I know you can't do, or something like that. And I'm just like, you're not God.
Well, first of all, like, you only know me for 5 days.
Right. And I know that, like, okay, yes, she probably could, ride a horse without a doubt, but you don't know what kind of fear she has, or, even if, I don't know. Like, I understand that it's frustrating if you like to do things and you're with a partner that doesn't, like, or even just like with a friend on a trip, like it's annoying as fuck. I know that. I know, I've been there. But like, this is your wife. Be a little understanding. Maybe after you guys get off the horse, talk to her a little bit and like why it kind of frustrates you, but don't talk down to her.
I agree.
And like, even last week's episode, I think I said like the fact that he was like, oh, I was testing her. No. And he made the comment that he couldn't be with someone that didn't stand up for themselves because he would walk all over them. Like, it's like all of those things. It's just like red flags.
But I'm surprised that Christian Dior, I'm surprised that you didn't say what bothered you was when he said that something about like she's not going to put a damper on his activities and his adventures.
I mean, I can understand.
I mean, I feel that. The way he said it, I didn't like the way he said it,
Right.
but I mean, I feel it because I feel the same way.
So yeah, I like
tell he really cares for her.
Yeah.
And she cares for him. And they talk to each other like when he's not trying to like browbeat her. They have great conversations with each other, and not surface level at all.
Right.
Like I think they really want to make it work, but you really won't know until you start living with the other person.
Right. I think too that his ADDH really shows he's an aggressive alpha, but I also think that she knows this about him, and she's like giving him some leeway. But sooner or later, she's going to get sick and tired of his bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So he needs to reel it in. But he is a lot to handle. I don't think I could handle him.
I think I could handle him.
We would just be arguing a lot.
That's what would end up happening. That's her handling. To me, no, I can't stand that constant arguing. No, I couldn't handle him because I would be getting mad constantly, and after a while, I would.
Well, not really. It's like only when you're doing like activities, like when they went to the gym, when they went horseback.
That's just that. But I bet you he's that way with the rest of his life too.
Well, we see next week it's going to be about cooking. I'm like, listen, if you want home cooked meals every day, you better hire someone because that ain't going to be me. Right. I'm going to get 3 times a week, and that's it.
Is that how often you cook, you see?
Yeah. Like 2 to 3, sometimes 4, but not.
Christian. Ajay, I can't talk right now. I got to get dinner ready for the kids.
I mean, I have to get dinner ready. It's not like a full meal, but I still have to get dinner ready for it. You know, that's my job. Dan and I split things up where I cook and he cleans. So I have to do my part. So I have to.
If I had to pick between one of those, I would cook too.
Yeah, cooking, right? Exactly. Yeah. So I have to hold my end of the bargain, you know?
Yeah. Well, I stopped cooking because my husband doesn't like the stuff I cook.
Well, you're lucky.
Anyway, every time I cook, it's just like, I think maybe I should stick to cooking American food because I try to cook Thai food and all this other stuff. Indian food. I guess, and he's just not into that type of food. He takes it to work, but then brings it right back. Brings it back. Or I'll call him out like, Keith, did you like this? He's like, no, Ajay. I'm like, oh, he's just kidding. No, I really didn't like it. I'm like, oh. He goes, I'll bring it back. You can eat it. I'm like, okay.
Well, at least he brings it back to you. He doesn't just throw it away and waste it.
So that's all the couples. So I would like to now give my prediction about who's gonna stay and who's not gonna stay.
You gotta extra the prediction.
This is my honest thoughts. I'm just gonna say it out there. Mark and Lindsay will stay together. They're gonna work their differences because Mark is getting regular sex, like you said, and he's not like
he's getting sex 3 times a day, according to Lindsay.
So they're gonna stay together. Chris and Alyssa are gonna split up.
But it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's gonna take a while, unfortunately, because he's a bitch.
Look, after the next episode, they are no longer in my discussion forum. I'm not talking about them anymore. I heard him mention divorce for the previews for next week. I'll give him one more episode to tell her that he doesn't want to be married to her anymore. After that, I'm not talking about them no more.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen when they're supposed to go to each other's house to see how each other lives? First of all, I know.
She don't care.
I know. And you know,
when he was talking about wanting to have
her apartment.
Oh yes, she's definitely not letting him there. But did you see like her face when he was talking about like how many kids he wanted? She looked like she wanted to throw up. Like, Yes, I felt so bad for him. Like he wasn't even saying like us having kids. He was just saying like the abstract thought of having children. She was just looking like, oh.
I was yelling at Melissa at the end when they were doing the previews for next season. Did you guys watch that? So I missed what happened when Pastor Cal said, "Do you want to stay?" And she said something. No, he asked Chris or someone, "Do you want a divorce?" And I was yelling at the TV, so I didn't hear what he said. Did he say yes?
I don't think he said he was just looking, and she was looking like she didn't want it. She wasn't going to say anything. I think
and she was like, she didn't even want to be there.
He like looked over at her. I think he was wanting her to say that she was in 0.5% or something like that.
So, real quick, like how can the experts just like sit there and not say, listen, you need to leave? But I guess they can't do it. They have to, the person has to make that decision on themselves.
It's called ratings. But it's called ratings.
Right. Okay, so finish your predictions.
If they really want some ratings, what they should do, if they really want some ratings, is let her see herself on camera and let us see her when she's looking at it and when she's saying all those mean things, and let Chris see that stuff. Woo-wee!
So do you think she's gonna come to the reunion?
I have a feeling that because you know how she walked off one of the after parties?
Oh.
So tonight it's just supposed to be Chris and Lindsay on the after party, but usually they have 3 people. So I wonder if she was supposed to be on it and opted not to come. Like she's so about preserving her, even though it's already gone. Nobody thinks anything good about you, girl. She's so concerned about preserving the way she looks that I think she won't do a reunion or whatever if it's gonna make her look bad. She might, if there's a financial obligation, maybe, but she's not gonna be there the whole time. She'll definitely walk off.
Right.
Yeah. So my prediction, then Jasmina and Michael will separate. Olajuwon and Katina, it will be rocky for them because of how he is, but he loves her so much, even though she was wearing that stupid outfit on the horseback. The color looked great on her. The color looked great on her skin. But come on, honey. Yeah, I was like, what are you trying to do on the horse? You guys know you're going horseback riding, and put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. You're going on a horse.
Right.
Your chest, you don't have nothing, should not be open like all the way to your nipples. I mean, all the way to your belly button. I was like, what? Mom's like, what is she wearing? I was like, I don't even know, Mom. It looks like something you got at Rainbow. Remember? I was like, that is gross.
So are they going to stay together or not?
Yeah, they will stay together. They will eventually stay together, yes.
And then one more, Steve and Noi.
If Steve don't get a job, Noi is not going to stay.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Otherwise, she'll stay with him. Yeah.
I would be interested to see what he's doing while he's not working the whole time. I mean, I guess he's still doing his freelance. Hopefully
he's doing that. I mean, a lot of people are contractors. So
where's his health insurance?
He doesn't have one. If he's a freelancer, he has no.
He doesn't have one. Yeah, that's just. Or there is some contract jobs where you go through a contracting agency and they give you. They'll do your 401k, but most of those times it's not matching at all. Right, and then they'll also give you health insurance too.
Oh, okay.
And they help you fill out your taxes because when you're a contractor, you're an independent person. So they do that. Yeah. Okay, well, people, we forgot to say it at the beginning to turn on your post notifications, comment below. So we're going to ask you to do that and subscribe so that you can get the reel on the reel. I mean, come on now. All right, we will see you on Friday. I've got to catch up on all the shows, but I will be here on Friday. So tune in, you guys, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
So there's one more thing. So there's Netflix's
Love is
Blind.
So we're still thinking if we're gonna do that. So we will let you know on Friday.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.